Hi, my name is Wards Stroud and welcome to another painting tutorial. I'm going to do a watercolor today of an elephant I call Bashful. Always remember before you start painting to get all your brushes wet so you can just pick them up and use them and they'll be ready to go. Painting on Arch's 140-pound cold press. My board's at about a 40-degree angle and it's an 11 by 16 piece of paper. I'm going to wet my palette always so my paints are always nice and juicy, so I can dip my brush in and get lots of really intense colors, which you'll see in a moment. And I'm starting this out by outlining everything in water. And every painting has this challenge. The big challenge with this painting for me is that white tusk. I want it to be almost the focal point and it's going to stand out, but by creating that white space and not putting water on it, as the paint runs down the paper here, it's going to hit that white spot and it'll pool up. So I have to be really careful that it doesn't coagulate around it and cause a line. So you'll see me tipping the painting upside down to let the paint run in the opposite direction, and hopefully that'll keep it from the pigments from outlining the tusk. So here I'm just taking a tissue and I'm dabbing it off. And notice I let the paint run over my image, the image of the elephant. It's going to look like reflected color. And so I'm not trying to outline and to paint, like the background separate from the foreground, because that gives it a cutout look. Here's my palette. I'll put a description of it down in the description. I'll put my supply list down there so you can see the colors that I'm using. So that's had a good chance to dry, really dry, so I can do the next step. And here I'm using the old bead method. I'm putting on a light mixture of burnt sienna and ultramarine blue, which I use for my darks, for my shadows. But here I'm just using it to make a light gray. And I use the bead in that when I do the wash, I let the paint flow down, and notice I never paint back up into it until I've done it all. And now all I'm doing here is just lifting out some highlights with some clear water and a tissue. So the next step was going to be to add the darks. And again, I'm using ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, real thick, like the consistency of like heavy cream. And this is giving me my lovely darks. And so now this is going to be all about making textures and shadows. I did a little left-hand painting there, which always helps to make your painting a little looser if you're right-hand dominant, and a good skill to work on and possess. Going to outline around the eyes, and mostly put the lines in and give it some texture. I know this is happening kind of fast, and it did take a lot longer to paint in real life, but I want you to get all the basics of this down, and hopefully you'll try it for yourself. So I'm using a lizard lick, which is like a liner brush, to do the finer details, using my darks. I'm going to sign it, and while that's drying, and then I'll go back in and do the very last shadows, the midtones, to give it some depth. This was so much fun. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me at artofward.com. I'd love to hear from you. I want to say a special shout out to my friends at Cheap Joe's for supporting the video. They're a fine art supply company. Please support them if you can. You'll be very glad that you have. All right, I'll see you next time. Happy painting, everybody. Peace.